So in today's video, we are going to be unboxing the NerdQAxe, and this is the new version, which is the 6.1, I believe. And this comes from Power Mining, so shout out to Power Mining for always sending over the newest stuff. And I'll leave a link in the description. You can get 10% off all of their miners on their website using the code Sterling. And now let's get into the unboxing of this. So you just have the box here, very nice box. Now, the last one that we received from Power Mining was the Parasite Pool edition, which is technically not theirs, but the one before that was the original NerdQAxe, which was actually a green board. So it is the first version of the NerdQAxe, first to release all of that stuff. I think that they were the first to release it massively, kind of on a bigger scale, before people started making their own versions of it with, you know, a black PCB and things like that. So I know that this is going to be very different to what you see normally in the videos. If we take the top off here, you can see it just comes with stickers that it always does. We always keep these around, just stick them on random things. And then a manual. So we already know how to kind of set up the NerdQAxe, but there is a bunch of videos on my channel on how to actually set up a Bitaxe miner or a NerdQAxe miner. They're pretty much the same. I don't actually know where we're going to be putting this hash rate onto. We've since moved kind of setup, so we have only one miner at our setup. The rest of them are mining in a different location. But this one is probably going to be put onto just Bitcoin mining, and we'll leave it run in the background for the meantime. But now let's actually take this off and show you the NerdQAxe. So you can see this in here. You just take this out. This is the new model. A little bit different placement, as we see the black PCB and the newer heatsink that they're using, because I believe the first one came with silver heatsinks, but this comes with black one and a black fan. So the original one came with a silver or grey heatsink with a grey fan. And it also has the new design for the fuse, as you can see that in there. So that's a new fuse that they've added, but that was also discussed in the NerdQAxe video that we covered off. So they do have new fuses, and that allows it to be more steady when you're overclocking, and it also has a more steady power draw. Also, they've eliminated the barrel connector plug, so this is just the XT60 or 30. I always get them the other way or wrong way around. And this allows you to have a more steady power supply as well. Also, the efficiency is a lot better on these compared to the barrel connectors. So it's good to see that all of them are being produced with this. And we'll probably see the next Bitaxe reversion made with this. I know that some people are already making them 12 volt systems, not the 5 volt, but this is a 12 volt system. I think they've moved around some of the voltage regulators from the original design as well. And then I don't think anything else. They obviously have the Power Mining NerdQAxe++ in there, and then the Power Mining sticker on the fan. And I believe that that's kind of like reflective material in there as well. So when it's spinning in the sunlight, it reflects as well. So now let's see what else they have in there. There's not really much on the back, so we can't really show you that, but so it also comes with the standard case or holding case. It never used to come with this, or at least for the first reversion, and this is just to hold it as a backplate. We had one of these with the Parasite Pool edition, so it's very good to have another one. And then it also comes with a fuse and some Allen keys to put through onto the case, so you can actually attach it onto the case that we just seen there. And then lastly, the power supply, so XT60 or 30, and then a UK plug, so you can pick whichever one you want. You can go for UK, you can go for America or European plugs. And this power supply is rated up to 124 watts, as you can see in there, and it's 12.4 volts on the actual output. So let's get this all hooked up and plugged in, and then we'll get it running and show you it running. So before we run it, I actually want to attach it to the case that they have here. So it should go through the back there and attach onto the case there. So the best way to do it is probably to put it down like that, and then hold that over the back of it like that, and then put through the Allen keys that you see in here. So start with that one by there, and then also line up that one by there, and that will give you the alignment, and the rest of them should just fall in. So it should be pretty easy after that. So there we have it, all attached on. And you don't really want to do too tight on the screws, but it doesn't really matter because they have these spaces in between, so you'll be fine in terms of not bending the board. And now we can actually plug it in and get it up and running. We have had some problems with the internet currently in the new place because the internet is actually blocking things like these devices, so we have to work around that as well. And then we'll show you actually putting it up to a pool on the computer, but let's plug it in and get it going. So here we have it here, and we just need to plug in the power supply up here. It should turn on straight away. So there we go, and you can see it spinning up there, and we'll have to actually connect through the IP. So what you do is on a phone or on your computer, you look for the Wi-Fi that is actually, it'll say NerdQAxe or it'll say Bitaxe, and you actually click on that Wi-Fi. What you do after that is you type in your own Wi-Fi SSD and password. As I said, we do have videos on it, so I'll link them in this video. And what you do after that is actually go and move on to your computer. So we're going to skip that step, but if you want to learn how to set it up, as I said, you can watch that video. But right there, it'll say the SSID that you need to actually go through. So this is NerdQAxe C46D, and you just click on that on your Wi-Fi, and then you can actually go through and do the whole process from there. And then you can move over to the computer. So we're going to go through and do all that, and then we'll show you how to hook it up to a Bitcoin mining pool using your address. Okay, so now we're on the dashboard. You can see this here. We have a hash rate of 6,100 gigahash. We have a shares of 33, efficiency is 17.77, and then the best difficulty ever. We have the power usage here, input current, which is, I think that's actually slightly not supposed to be 9.31, but the ASIC voltage, input voltage, which should be hovering around 12, the ASIC temperature, VR temperature, fan speed, and then the RPM of the fan, ASIC frequency, and the measured voltage. So this actually came default from power mining with the ASIC frequency or overclocks of 750 on the frequency and 1220 on the ASIC voltage. So I'm assuming that this can handle a little bit more than the regular NerdQAxe. You also have the hash rate, 1 minute, 10 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, and also the voltage regulator and ASIC temperature. So these are new, added onto the NerdQAxe. I think this is, well, a lot of our NerdQAxes are actually outdated in terms of the firmware. So this is all new firmware, and we typically only see new firmware when we get a new miner, because I'm not really bothered about updating them. It doesn't really push the terahash too much more in terms of updating. It's just better UI, things like that. So that power supply is definitely rated, especially for this overclock that they've actually preset on it. So you have 109 watts, even though the power supply is around 124. So it's basically on the edge of that 20% range for the power supply. It's probably heating up quite a lot. And if we go over to the settings, you can see where we actually put in our network SSID and the password. So that's what you need to do on your computer yourself. It's currently mining to power mining their actual own pool on their Bitcoin address. And this is the settings that it came custom with. So 750 and then 1225, auto fan control, and the target temperature is actually 55. So I was expecting it to be 60, but apparently it works better at 55, or at least that's what they are going with for the defaults. And we're currently running the release of 1.0.36, and that was May 10th in terms of the firmware and the website. So I don't really know what this is actually mining to currently because we're getting a bunch of errors, but we'll look into that. But let's get it firstly actually mining to a pool that we can see, and then we'll go over and see the odds of actually hitting a block on this. So let's go back to the settings here, and we want to put our own pool in. I'm assuming they put the fallback settings. Yeah, so solo CK pool, that's the one that we're actually going to be using today, but it's going to be the EU version. So let's head over and grab that address. So you just want to come down here, and if you're in the US, just use the normal one. But if you're in the EU or Australia, you can click on these ones. And the EU one is just this. So copy that and then paste that into your Stratum host by there. And then the Stratum port will always be 3333. And that's, I think, one of the most default ones. And then you can set your username, which is going to be your Bitcoin address plus whatever you want to name it. So NerdQAxe++, they've just added that on, but we'll grab our Bitcoin address now. And all we need to do is just paste our address into here, and the password should just be X for solo CK pool. And then we can go ahead and save that. And this is the warning that shows you about your frequency and overclocks. I think they've just added this because they don't want people doing too much overclocking. So we'll click don't show this and then proceed anyway. And then we'll restart it to actually point towards EU solo CK pool. So there we have it up and running to the pool. So the internet connection isn't very good in the room that we're in, so we need to either get an extension to bring the Wi-Fi up to here, or to put it down by the router so you get a better access. As you can see, if we just stop scrolling here, it should say, so current RSSI is around -77, so the lower is the better, which means how far away you are from the actual router, but it does say connected, and it'll show you the connection by there if you're looking to see how close or far away you are from your router. And then on the dashboard, it hasn't rejected any shares yet, so that's good, but I'm assuming as time goes on with the internet connection, it might actually drop off. If we just go here, we can actually show you how to see your stats for the CK pool, and all you have to do is click eusolostats.ckpool.org, and this will bring up all the stats from the pool. So you can see how much uptime, shares, the last block found. This is for the overall pool, so you can actually type in your address here to give your own user, and we should see the other miners on there as well. So currently work account is 3, and that is the NerdQAxe, which is running. The Gamma Turbo, which I don't actually think is called the Gamma Turbo, that is technically the Bitaxe hex, and then Sterling, which is just one regular Bitaxe. And we should be seeing the new NerdQAxe coming up very soon. There it is, registering about 370 gigahash, but that's obviously going to increase over time. And that should put us up to a healthy, if we go up here, so let's just say 13 terahash plus the 6 that we're adding on, maybe the 19 to 20 terahash range, which overall, if we go over to our odds, we can actually see, or our odds by here, just for the year is 0.069, and then the month is 0.006, and then the week is 0.001. So we did have a drop off in the power back here as well, which we're not at the other location that the miners are at, so it might need to be investigated. Maybe there was a power outage at that location, but it seems to be all good in terms of the hash rate. It seems to be spinning up as well. So best share that we've currently submitted is 12.51 from the NerdQAxe, and then best share ever was actually the Bitaxe hex, so the one that's really efficient but running for, I think it's been running for at least 6 months to maybe even 8 months on the network, and it's just been hashing away. It's not really one that we take off. The rest of the miners are still taken off of the network. We haven't got the mining on anything. So we're going to be building up a couple more miners and putting them onto the network as time goes on. And then we eventually might be getting an Avalon Q to display on the channel as well from Power Mining. So big shout out to them. As I said, you guys can get 10% off the NerdQAxe if you want, or you can get 10% off the rest of their range that they have. So Power Mining have always been supporting the channel since I think they actually first started producing Bitaxes. They've been sending them across to us. So you can get a Bitaxe, a Gamma Turbo, a NerdQAxe++. So that's a 4.8, and that was the older version. And this is the 6 version. So this is a little bit better, 6 terahash compared to the original 4.8. And that's just with upgraded components. There is also a video that we showed unboxing the NerdQAxe, so you guys can get one of them as well if you really want to. The price on this is around 330, but you can get that down to, I guess, 300 with 10% off. and same goes for the rest of them around here. And I believe that it will also be selling at some point the Canon Avalon Nano. The page isn't up yet, and the Canon Avalon Q, so it just says page not found. But I believe that they will be selling them very soon, and as part of that, we'll obviously be reviewing it and giving you my thoughts on it. So we're just going to let that NerdQAxe++ run, and we'll have it in the videos for the background. Hopefully we can start playing around with it. We'll do some upgrades to it, maybe add on a copper heatsink as well, and we'll do a couple of videos on that, and also look forward to the Avalon Q video, because that will be coming out very, very soon. Let me know your thoughts and comments on the new NerdQAxe++, and make sure you like this video and subscribe for more content like this.